Yahweh. This priest is Yazar, Ahdarath, tribe of Levi. Yeah, man, coming with this video on, since we're in a time of Feast of Dedication, celebrating the Maccabean history, since different brothers, Yakana Maccabees already covered the history of it, I'm just going to cover certain points within the history that we also have to be mindful of. And shalom to that brother and all the other brothers, that's pushing out this truth and sincerity in the four corners and truly teaching the truth to our people. Shalom. Let's get to it. Just a couple key points, that I I'm always mindful of. Let's go to First Maccabees 1 and 1 and 30, and it reads, and spake peaceable words unto them, but was all deceit. For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore and destroyed much of Israel. That's why we have that point of, this is key number 1, never trust the enemy, man. It's like Ecclesiasticus, says, Ben Sirah 12 and 10 tells us, never trust the enemy. For like an iron rusteth, so to his wickedness. So never trust your enemy, man. Verse 31. And they had taken the spoils of the city and set it on fire and pulled down the houses and walls thereof on every side. But the women and children took they captive and possessed the cattle. Skip down to verse 37. Thus they shed innocent blood on every side of the sanctuary and defiled it. It's going back to, blood defiles the land. That's point number 2. Numbers 35 and 33. So you should not pollute the land you're in, for blood that defileth the land. That was the commandment given unto Israel, man. Don't shed innocent blood, man. That's why blood offering a lot of times is not acceptable, man. So that was point number 2. Blood is defiles the land, man. So how should you repay that blood? If innocent blood is by the blood of him that shed it. Let's get to verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and every one should leave his laws, and so all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. A one world religion. NWO in the scripture. It's like Ecclesiastes 1 and 8, man. Nothing new under the sun. So understand that the plans of the heathens, have always been, this new world order has never been new. That's point number 3. The plans of the heathen have never been new. There's nothing new under the sun. That's point 3. Let's go to verse 48, and it reads, They also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness, to end that they may forget the law and change all the ordinances. So the heathen understand, point 4, the heathen understand, you keep no Torah equals death, and that's what the heathen want you to do. So Proverbs 13:13, whosoever despises the word of the Most High, he will be destroyed, basically, paraphrasing. Verse 16, skip down to verse 62 to 63. Howbeit, many in Israel were fully resolved and confirmed themselves not to eat any unclean thing, wherefore they rather die, that they might not be defiled with meats, and that they might not profane the holy covenant, so then they died. That's what point number 5. Be ready to die for this truth, man. Let's go to continuing the rise of First Maccabees 2, the rise of basically Matthias. Let's go to 2 and 10. And it reads, what nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? You know what I'm saying? What nation has not benefited from her downfall? That's point 6, man. You know, we have to be in charge, man. We have to be in control of our, lives, man. Because the heathens don't care, man. The heathens know we stay in wickedness, just like here in the Maccabees. They get to rule. They get to have the advantage. So point number 6, never trust thy enemy once again. And, be diligent to seek the Most High, man. And don't think the heathens are automatically on your team, because at the end of the day, it's, like Jeremiah says, every nation is for their own, basically. And every nation is going to run to their own people. That's prophetic, in the book of Jeremiah. These couple key points, man. Let's go to verse 20. And after that, let me see, hold up, slide. Verse 20. Yet will I and my sons and my brothers walk in the covenant of our fathers. God forbid that we should forsake the law and ordinances. We have to stand for Yahweh, man. That's point 7. Let's go to 27 and 28 to 29. And Matthias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous for the law, zealous of the law, and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me. So he and his sons fled into the mountains and left all that ever had in the city. And then many sought after justice and judgment, went down to wilderness to dwell there. You know what I'm saying? We flew, point number 8. You flee from the heathens, man, the filthiness of the heathens. Just like Ezra 6 and 21. We fled from the filthiness of the heathen. Ezra 6 and 21. Let's go to verse 49. And it reads, now when the time drew near Matthias should die, he said unto his sons, now have pride and rebuke God in strength, and the time of destruction and the wrath of indignation. Now therefore, my sons, be zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time, so ye shall receive great honor and everlasting end. That's what we should do, man. That's point number 9, man. And number 9 represents salvation as well. Put ye in remembrance. Put ye in, the remembrance of your forefathers. Deuteronomy 32 and 8, man. Remember the times of old. Go to thy fathers and he shall tell you. That's what we gotta do. Put things on remembrance so that we have to correct our wrongs, man. So we can remember the covenant, man. That's what all Israelites should strive for to be, man. That was point number 9. We're gonna go to Judah Maccabees rise in chapter 3. We're gonna skip down to 3 and 18, and it reads, Unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of few, and if the God of heaven is all one to deliver the great multitude or a small company. For the victory of the battle standeth not in the multitude of hosts, but the strength comes from heaven. The strength, the power, our power is Yahweh, man. The strength comes from Yahweh, man. That's point number 10, man. Let's go to verse 48. We know this promise scripture. All can't bring this out. This is 3 and 48. And they lit open the book of the law, wherein the heathens have sought to paint the likeness of their images. Whitewashing. Number 11. That's what a heathen will always try to do, destroy our image. If you're a great man, throughout, that's the thing about the Pharisees as well. You didn't know the Pharisees' ancestors come from the Maccabees. Guys have to study that, man. So always study the lineages, man. Study don't listen to the point number 11 basically is, don't listen to the heathens and what they got to say about our people. Don't let their interpretation dictate what you think about our own. That's point number 11, man. Verse 56, and it reads, But as for For as we're building houses and betrothed wives, and we're planting vineyards, and we're fearful, those he commanded that they should return every man to his house according to the law. That's the key to life, man. We have to build houses, get wives, and build vineyards. Be self-sufficient, man. Just like we were in the wilderness, just like the time of Jeremiah, just like Jeremiah 29 and 1-6 tells us to build houses, get wives, be self-sufficient, independent, and trust in the Most High. That's point 12, man. Be self-sufficient. Be truly sovereign. We are naturally sovereign people, man. Not the fake ID and all that type of stuff. We're scamming our people. I'm talking about true self-sufficiency and trusting the power of the Most High, man. Verse 59-60. For it is better for us to die in battle than to behold the calamities of our people in our sanctuary. Nevertheless, the will of God is in heaven, so let him do. And that is the goal. That's the goal. That's point number 12. And I'll continue this series as well. But point number 12 is that's the mission, that's the goal. To let us rather die in battle. You know what I'm saying? And not join up with heathens, man. Never join the enemy, man. Point number 12, man. Always trust in the Most High. And a brother asked me, young brother asked me, what is dedication? And it's a perfect time to answer that question. For me, dedication is, constantly working and perfecting yourself no matter all adversities. And that's what dedication is to me. And truly trusting the Most High in every situation. And brothers and sisters got to understand the importance of that. And there will be a part 2, but those are the 12, points that I got out. Like I said, there will be a part 2. So I hope brothers and sisters got edified. So my apologies for going a little too fast. I'll do better next time. And with that, this is called the Maccabees Dedication, part 1, and I'll continue this. With that, shalom.